Hello, this is the interview of the day, and I am Aygeri Makimjanova. Our today's guest is Director General of the Islamic Organization for Food Security, Yerlan Baidaulet. In this episode, we are going to talk about the function and establishment of the IOFS created under the Organization of Islamic Cooperation at the initiative of the first president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev. Hello, Mr. Baidaulet. Hi. Please tell us about the IOFS and its main functions both in the world and in our country, because it's known that more than 30 countries are members of this international organization. The main mission of the IOFS is to ensure a sustainable food security in the OIC countries through socioeconomic development and systemic promotion of targeted programs related to agriculture, science and technology, humanitarian aid, and the development of mutual trade, including the growth of food exports of the IOC member states.
Развитием взаимной торговли и в том числе развитием пищевого экспорта стран ОИС. Наша организация.
The idea of establishing our organization was first proposed on June 8, 2011, by the first president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, at the 7th World Islamic Economic Forum. To date, the IOFS is accredited by the Foreign Ministry and is in the process of registering with the United Nations. When our charter was signed in April 2016, the inaugural session of the General Assembly of Organization took place as part of the 7th OIC Ministerial Conference on Food and Security and Agricultural Development, during which a number of very important documents were adopted.
В рамках 7-й министерской конференции министров сельского хозяйства УИС состоялась первая генеральная ассамблея нашей организации, в рамках которой было принято ряд очень важных документов. В этом году, в 2020 году, мы находимся сейчас.
This year, in 2020, we are currently in the final stages of the work outlined for this year. And on December 2nd or 3rd, we, together with the Turkish government, are planning to hold the third meeting of the IOFS General Assembly in the city of Ankara. What issues will be discussed at this meeting? The agenda of this important event, with the participation of 57 OIC member states and major international organizations, will be aimed at improving our strategic programs.
На данный момент у нас планируется утверждение 16 программ.
To date, 16 programs have been scheduled for approval, and we have divided the programs into 5 main categories. The first category is related to the OIC plan on the measures of the development of the so-called strategic food products. The second category of our programs includes our work to promote food reserves. The third category of our work is related to the agenda that we call Science, Technology, Innovation. This is the OIC agenda until 2026.
Это повестка УИС до 2026 года. В рамках ее у нас будет утверждено 4 программы.
And we will have 4 programs approved under it. These are the development program of the National Genetic Resources Bank, the program for the management of water resources in agriculture, and the program on food safety and halal standards.
Это программа по пищевой безопасности и по халяль-стандартам. И третья программа.
The third program is related to other categories as well, including the development of private sector and mutual trade. And the last category is our humanitarian aid program.
Развитию частного сектора и взаимной торговли. И последнее, пятое направление – это наши программы по гуманитарной помощи.
What are the main goals of the organization, and how successful are you in meeting them?
Основной миссией является это обеспечение устойчивой.
Our main mission is to ensure sustainable food security in the OIC countries, hence our respective objectives. Of course, one of the main issues is the interaction with the member states of our organization.
Как уже сказал, это взаимодействие с нашими странами, членами нашей организации. Как уже было сказано, у нас 30.
As it has already been mentioned, there are 34 IOFS member states, of which 15 countries have ratified the charter. In this regard, we work directly and very closely with our member states, with governments and with agriculture ministries. Together, we coordinate a lot of areas, and a number of our programs address various issues related to enhancing and developing food security.
С решением тех или иных вопросов, связанных с развитием и усилением продовольственной безопасности.
You have been the Director General of Islamic Organization for Food Security for more than a year. What projects have you managed to implement during this time?
У меня очень большой
I have a huge experience in working with Islamic countries. I have visited most of the countries I work with for many years. To a certain extent, I know the economic and social specifics of these countries. That is why it was probably easier for me to start this work. Indeed, I can confidently say that a lot has been done this year. The organization got on its feet, it is recognizable now. Others take us seriously. What opportunities does the organization provide for major Kazakh food producers?
Для Казахстана мы инициируем несколько важных программ.
For Kazakhstan, we initiate several important programs that are aimed at acquiring necessary competencies, at developing investment projects at a systematic level. For example, the development of an international center of genetic reproduction and a genetic resources center within the Organization of Islamic Cooperation for Kazakhstan. This is a very important point of our activity, our work.
Элемент нашей деятельности, например, нашей работы. В том числе мы, например, сейчас...
We also have very close cooperation with Kazakh government agencies and institutions, working with them almost every day. Within the Kazakh Agriculture Ministry, using the National Agrarian Science and Educational Center, we want to raise the image and reputation of Kazakhstan to a high level as the country that has not only potential, but a real working agriculture, which really has the opportunities.
С реальной работающим сельским хозяйством, которое действительно имеет возможность, да, очень много вопросов задают специалисты.
Yes, there were a lot of questions, and specialists know that Kazakhstan has a great potential. But how will all it be implemented? Our specific tasks are aimed at the solution of issues on logistics, transportation, attracting investments, expanding production, and increasing additional value.
Увеличение добавленной стоимости.
Mr. Baidaulet, do you think Kazakhstan can become the largest international food hub for all 57 OIC member countries?
Говорим о наших странах, да?
When we talk about our countries, we mean all 57 OIC states. Though we still have 34 of them, as a specialized institution of the OIC, we are working with all 57. They all work with us. We invite all 57 countries to our General Assembly. The population of our 57 countries is over 1 billion people. The potential is incredibly great. I think that, in general, the global situation and the development of economic relations allow Kazakhstan to resolve this issue. I would like to emphasize that it is very important to work within the partnership. The umbrella branding format of our activities allow us to solve very important tasks at the interstate, intergovernmental, and multilateral level. The tasks include promotion of trade corridors and creation of chains.
Создание цепочек. Каждая наша программа касается, скажем так.
Each our program concerns the inhabitants in the entire population of all of our countries. Thus, our work will make it possible to strengthen the food security of all countries, regardless of the development level of any country.
Как я сказал, у нас 5 разных направлений, и все эти 5 направлений касаются именно взаимодействия с той или иной страны.
As I said, we have 5 different directions, and all of these 5 directions relate specifically to the interaction of the necessary and interesting points.
Скажем так, жителей и всего населения всех наших стран. Таким образом, наша деятельность, она позволит усилить продовольственную безопасность всех стран, независимо от уровня развития той или иной страны. Самое главное, что хочу...
The most important thing I want to convince again is that there is support, there is interaction, and there is a desire of our countries for cooperation.
К сотрудничеству.
Mr. Baidaulet, thank you a lot for a pleasant and useful conversation. You have watched Interview of the Day. See you soon on Kazakh TV.